chase. It's all about genetics again. So let's get stuck in to cinnamon. Here we have 2 normal cinnamons. As you can see on the wings and down the back and up to the crown of the head, you've got dark brown markings. Same again on the blue, dark brown. Now this identifies it as a cinnamon, whereas with a normal you would have the black with the yellow or white edging. These are brown with a yellow or white edging. That is the main feature of being a cinnamon. Also the tail, that's then a brown tail, and again can change colour slightly according to the colour of the bird. Your cheek patches are softer compared to their normal counterparts, and it's mainly the body colour that would be different from a cinnamon to a standard normal. So genetically, the cinnamons are sex-linked. So a cinnamon cock and a cinnamon hen can both be individual, but cocks can only be split for it. So you could have a normal cock or an opaline cock or a spaniel cock, and they produce cinnamon daughters. That means that cock bird is hiding that cinnamon gene, making him split for it. These 2 here, there's a cinnamon grey-green and a cinnamon cobalt. Both in the normal form, that was the idea to show you there. That is a standard cinnamon in that respect. I will get some other birds out to show you where they've been combined with other colours, but again, cinnamon is the main. Now, one of the main concerns or issues with the cinnamon variety is that it can overrun your stud at times, in the fact that if you've got some decent cinnamons to use and you're pairing to your best normals or your best pies, your best spangles, this then will mean that you will end up with a lot of sons that are split for the gene. Or if you use cinnamon cocks in the first place, you've got cinnamon daughters and sons that are split. You can get overrun, you can get loads of these birds. And that's not a bad thing, obviously, if you like them. But from a breeding point of view and also a showing point of view, you can end up with too many. It can overrun the stud. So a way of controlling it is pairing cinnamon to cinnamon. That way you'll get no normals or any of the other varieties, but you will get cinnamon. And again, if you pair like these 2 are, these are both hens, so they can't be paired together. But if they were a cock and a hen, you would get a mixture of greens and blues, if the green is split blue, but that's for another episode. So you will get a mix, but you are controlling it in that one cage, that one nest, you know that's where you get your cinnamon. Whereas if that pairing, you actually split and pair to normals, the cinnamon cock will produce cinnamon daughters straight away, and also normal sons that are split for cinnamon, and then the cinnamon hen will produce normal hens, but normal cocks that are split for it again. So by splitting those 2 birds, you've created more of that cinnamon factor within your stud. If that's what you want, great, that's the way of doing it. If it's not what you want, but the cinnamons are good enough to use and they are birds to use within your stud, pair them together. Okay, so in the cage behind me here we have a yellow-faced cinnamon sky blue, and we have an opaline cinnamon light green. And anyone that knows me knows I love a yellow face, so a lot of the cinnamons will be paired to yellow faces to create yellow face cinnamons. I do really like that combination, so that's why there's quite a few of these within the stud. And another popular combination you will see within other people's bird rooms, and we've got a few at this moment, is opaline cinnamon. Now again, I think a lot of the time that comes down to the fact that cock birds can be split both. So a normal cock could have come off an opaline cinnamon hen, meaning he's split opaline and he's split cinnamon. A percentage of your chicks then, even if he's paired back to a normal hen, will be back to being opaline cinnamon. That's fine, again, if that's what you like, and people do like them, and they are a nice bird. I like all the colours and varieties. But that is another one that could overtake, because then that's 2 sex-linked varieties within one bird, and again you could get overrun with it. Again, a good way of using them and pairing them, if you've got 2 decent ones that make a nice pair that aren't too closely related, pair an opaline cinnamon cock to an opaline cinnamon hen, all you're going to get is opaline cinnamon. Now again, from a breeding perspective, that means you can control it within that one cage and that one pair, and from a show point of view, you are breeding
two decent birds together that are the same variety. They could be different colours, one could be a blue, one could be a green, but you are controlling that pair there, and you can produce some great CC winners from them. There's more, there's classes out there for all these different varieties. It's knowing how to use them and where to use them to the best of your ability without being overrun. Now, to bore you with a quick story, I think it was about 2014, this bird room was overrun with cinnamon in general. There was cinnamon opalines, there was normal cinnamons, there was yellow-faced cinnamon, cinnamon pieds, a few cinnamon spangles. They were everywhere. The quality was good at that moment in time, but literally everything was cinnamon to some degree. Or even the normals that we've got, the normal cocks, were split cinnamon. Now, I made a conscious effort for the next 2-3 breeding seasons to move some of these on so I didn't end up using them, and try to use as many normals as I could, but pair the normals together. Whether that's a normal pied to a normal spangle to a normal to normal to yellowface. Those pairings then created more normals again, thankfully. And what I did with the best of the cinnamons that I kept, I paired cinnamon to cinnamon. So yes, I've still bred a large number of them, but they were controlled. It wasn't being spread throughout every single pair, every single family. We're back to a stage now where I would say we're probably 50% cinnamon and 50% normal type. That's okay, but again, without being careful, I could soon get back to the problem I had before. And again, I say it's a problem, and I say it's a problem due to the fact that I don't want to get overrun. There's more to cinnamons in this hobby. I want normals, I want normal pies, I want normal yellow faces. Yes, the cinnamons are nice, and yes, there's a place for them, but I don't want to be a cinnamon stud. I don't want to be overrun with them. So my way of pairing them is cinnamon to cinnamon, opaline cinnamon to opaline cinnamon. Sometimes, if a pair makes a really good pairing a normal to a cinnamon, great. And then, depending on which way round you've done it, depends on your outcome. You have got to go quality first always if you are trying to show, but there are ways of controlling your outcome as well. So these two birds here are an opaline cinnamon light green hen on the left. She's quite young, from 2024. She's been kept because of what she was off. She's not a world beater, she's not a super duper show bird, but the parents were very good, especially the father. The one on the right was another late bred from last year, a yellow-faced cinnamon sky blue. He's been kept for 3 reasons: his visual quality, his parents, and also his colour. Okay, so these are 2 young cinnamons that have now made it to the nursery cages behind me. They're off 2 different pairs. The cinnamon cobalt, that was off a grey cock to a dark green pied hen. Both normals, cocks obviously split. First time using him, and he's produced a cinnamon hen. It's a good one, so that's fine. Yellow-faced cinnamon, this was off a pair that I used in the 2024 season and wanted to use them again because they produced good chicks. This is another good chick from the pair. To be honest, this is probably the best off the pair. Last year they bred all good youngsters. This year they're nice, but this one's the best. And he's a good one again, and also he's a yellow face. So there's 2 cinnamons. And as you can see, if they'll let me turn them round, you can see the brown markings with a yellow or white edge, and then the brown tails, faded colour compared to if they were normal. The cheek patches are always paler as well compared to the normal counterparts. But 2 good examples of cinnamons, 2 nice youngsters. Okay, so here is a baby cinnamon that's still in the nest box. This is the stage before the fully feathered ones. You can see the brown wings with a white edge, dark brown tail, very pale cheek patches being a cinnamon. And then also the body colour is a lot diluted compared to its normal counterpart. But that's the stage before. I can obviously tell well before now if they're a cinnamon or not, but that just shows you a younger cinnamon. Here is a chick that has literally just hatched not too long ago, and I can tell already that is a cinnamon. You can already see at that age and that stage, that is a plum-eyed chick. A big factor within the cinnamons to identify them at a young age is they have a plum eye, not a solid black eye. They're not a red-eyed bird like some people say or state on the internet. It's not red, it's a plum colour compared to the solid black of a normal chick.
Okay, so that's it for this episode, all about cinnamons. Hopefully that's been useful and you've learned something. If you do want to see any more different videos about different varieties, please either comment or get in touch and I'll do what I can. Thanks a lot for watching. Cheers.